Now with the power dynamics, as you have seen that there are a lot of cloth brushes there. So there are a lot of things that you can do with the clothes. So uh, this dynamics can be very, very powerful in creating clothes as well. So let's see how we can create a simple t-shirt over here. So what I will do is that I will just go to my load tool and I will load the simple model that comes with ZBrush, the Julie. Okay, create her and go to the edit mode. Now I can go to my subtools and then go to geometry here, turn on her subdivide. Okay, so I can have some subdivision over here, and then what else I can do here is that I can maybe increase the like her subdivision here, smoothness a little bit, 3, that's fine. Now what I need to create here is a shirt. So I can take her existing swimsuit and create like simulation on that, like make that kind of a some sort of, you can say, wrinkles on it. But I will not do that because I will show you from scratch how we can do stuff like that. So I will just turn off this, also her hair, so you can have only her on the screen. Okay, or I think it's better we can delete that, otherwise it will come in the way and we will not be able to then work clearly. Now here what I can do is that, if you remember, we learned how to extract existing geometry. I can mask on her body and create an existing like thickness out of her body, and I can convert that into cloth. That I can do as well. But it will give me a like a kind of a thicker area, and I will not be able to, maybe I'm not a good in designing clothes itself, so it will not give me a nice cloth output. So one trick that we can do over here is that, as you know, the snapshot was introduced for for taking pictures of uh, alphas and converting that into 3D objects. So that option we can use. So keeping that snapshot feature in mind, ZBrush in 2021 version included in Lightbox, in the spotlight area, the different sort of spot, like snapshot objects here. Okay, like these are plain surfaces which you can use to create a lot of different things. So there is cloth over here as well. So I have here this one. If I will double click here, okay, and then if I will go to my uh, texture option here, okay, and I will turn on my uh, spotlight. Okay, so I have to press Shift Z on my keyboard, oh sorry, on my keyboard, or if I could turn on here and press Z on my keyboard to turn it on, I will have this. But I think I have to go back in the light box, click here, okay, and once I will do that, it will load. Okay, so now what I can do here is that you will notice there are a lot of different alphas of t-shirts. I can use any one of them and create a snapshot out of it. Now, how I can do that is, let me press Z over here to temporarily close this off. Okay, so by the way, Z, if you don't know, Z is the shortcut to temporarily turn off your spotlight. Now I'll press Z again. Now, any one of this, I can take it. For example, I will take this one. Okay. And double click it here. Yeah. Now what I can do is that I want to scale it up. To scale it up, I have here scale option. I'll click on it and scale it. Okay. Couple of time you have to scale it. Otherwise, what will happen? It gets off the screen. So you have to scale it. Then you have to again go and then scale it up. Okay. And then move it wherever you want. Little bit more. I can scale it, I think. Okay. Now just notice here you have this red lines. Now the red lines here, the reason is that because the newer version of the snapshot, like 2021 version, it if there is the color areas, it will create a colored polygroups when it will be converted into a 3D. So that's why they gave this areas some kind of a opening areas, basically like your from where your like torso legs are coming out, your neck is coming out from here, your arms are coming out. So the open areas some colored, so that and the polygroups you can easily remove, like with the help of polygroups you can remove it. Now I want to convert this into a snapshot. So what I will do here is the snapshot option, snapshot 3D. So I just have to click it and drag it just like this, and then soon you can see there is a snapshot option here. Now what I will do here is that I will just press Shift and Z to close my, let me open this 2D model just like this, and it will be there. So you can see a weird looking shirt is there. Okay, now if I will go back here, turn on my skin shade so you can clearly, or better, basic material. Now this looks kind of weird. So what I will do at this stage is that first of all I need to find where are those holes which I was talking about. So I have to press Shift F. I will turn off the line here, only this one, and you can see that I have these. How it openings came through from that option which we were talking about just a moment ago, like that colored line. So simple, Control Shift. Okay, if I will click over here, so it will remove this bar, and then Control Shift, drag here, so it will do the opposite. Okay, now I don't want those parts, I want to delete those. So I can go to my geometry, modify topology, and delete hidden. So now we are good to go. Now simple, I will go to the dynamics, turn on my dynamics over here, and let's see what we can do. Now simple, if I will start simulation here. Okay, let's turn on the collision volume here. Okay, now if I will start this, it will just fall down. Okay, this is not we want, this is not we are looking for right now. What I want is that I want it to conform with her body. So the gravity is not helping us. Inflate, it will expand it. Deflate, it will deflate it, like opposite of it. Expand, is basically increase the volume of it. Contract is something that will kind of contracts it, conform it. But I don't want the contract here on all the direction. I want the contract only on the Z direction, so that it contracts from here and from here in the between, and then it will be all fine. So what I will do here is that I will just uncheck Y and X, only keep the Z over there. Apart from that, I have here inflation. Now inflation, I will reduce it to 0.25, 0.25, yeah. So this is will be better, so it will be right on her skin. Now let's see what will happen if I will turn my simulation on. But before doing that, what if we turn the dynamic subdivision on here, just to see some nice result coming up. Now you can see it, has started to contract on the body. Okay. And some good stuff is going on there. And if you're satisfied, just click or spacebar or escape. So far so good. I will turn off my dynamics. Sorry, my polyframe, and you can see still already we are getting some wrinkles, some good stuff over here. But all this stuff we can smooth it out. But as I told you before, if you will go in the brushes, we have a special brushing cloth smoothing tool, smooth cloth. So I will take the smooth cloth, and then if I press shift, so I'll get the smooth cloth instead of normal smooth. This will actually kind of respect the edges here, and it will count it as a piece of cloth while smoothing this up. So a little bit I will do that. Okay, looks good. And if I'll change the size of this, maybe this one. Oh, I forgot to turn on my symmetry, and I was doing without the symmetry. But when you're working, turn on your symmetry so that you don't have to do both sides. So I don't know how I was doing without the symmetry. Now in the end, what I can do, I can go in the deformation and polish by a feature 1 or 2 times, increase it till I get a nice result here. Now I think it's good. And uh, what next thing I have to do over here is that I can apply a Z remesher on it. So I can go here in my geometry, Z remesher, turn on the wireframe for now, so I can see what's going on here. Okay, turn the count down to 3, and then I will Z remesh it. Okay, so I can have a cleaned polygon, or like a topology over here. I'll turn on my x-symmetry, like x-axis symmetry, and now I will do the zero mesh, so both will be the same side. Okay, again, now it's good. Turn this off. Now, as you know, there is no thickness in it. So what I can do here is that let's go back to the subtool, hide Julie for a while so we can see the thickness going on, or what's happening with the thickness. I will go to geometry, uh, dynamic subdivide, and I will give a bit of a thickness over here. Okay. Now this thickness will be quite good, so that we will get a good nice result over here. So not too thick. Okay, this is good. But I want to offset it to negative, so it will move, the thickness will move outwards, not inwards. So I will go to the offset minus 100. Okay, so it will go inwards. Yeah, basically inwards is fine, or outward, it's totally up to you, but I think for me this is okay. I will turn on Julie again. Now you can see that I don't have wrinkles anymore, so I can create wrinkles with a brush. But there is one trick which I will show you here that I usually use, is that if you will go back to your dynamic subdivision here, I will turn on the self collision. So wrinkles are best created when you have self collision. So around I will give you give it a self collision of 2. Then I will go here and run the contract again. Okay, and let's see. Now we'll turn this off. Okay, and okay, that is fine here, so that it will do a contraction and solve all the other problems here. Now I will not work on the contract. I will uncheck it. I will go to inflate, and I will do the inflation only on the y-axis, means like it will go up or down the inflation. Okay, let me turn off my symmetry in order, maybe by mistake if I will click some button. So it will inflate, means like it will like puff up on the y direction, top and bottom. If it is doing that, so it will start producing more wrinkles. So if I will run the simulation now, so you will notice that some new sort of wrinkles are happening. So I will stop there, and you can see already we have some good wrinkles here. Okay, now this one here can use deflate here. Okay, I can take my uh, cloth hook brush. Okay, turn on my symmetry, and I can deflate this part. Okay, just like that. Or what I can do here is that at this part I can use contract here, not deflate, and I will contract this part. Okay, and contract and deflate both together also you can work on. Oops, but it's getting crazy here. And I will turn this off, and then I can just simple use that brush tool here. And I can smooth out to get away with those things, to make it more tighter here. Okay, if you want more inflation here or something like that, so just you can use that, but I think it's better, it's fine now. Little bit contraction I can do. And inflation I will turn back to all. Okay, so now you can see that I can go back to my deformation here, polish by feature 2-3 times. Oops, not a lot, otherwise I will lose the details. And now you can see that we have quite good wrinkles here, and you could add more if you want. So just turn on your inflation, run it. Okay, or what you can do here is that I will press control, select this. I don't want to inflate this part, for example, and then run the simulation, and you will get all the way back there. This. Okay, run it again. Okay, good. And then if you want to deflate or move or whatever you want to do, okay, use your snake hook push tool, smooth out the things. Okay, and you will get some nice result. And what else you can do now is that you can just go to, if you want, it's totally up to you. I really like to do this most of the time. If I will go in the dynamics, I can turn on the Micropoly. Okay, and I can choose any kind of cloth woven stuff over here. So it will give me something like this on the screen. Okay, and You can see that. Choose whatever you like. Okay, yarn, woven, or not vortex. Okay, sometimes it works with the thickness good, sometimes it doesn't. So if I will reduce the thickness all the way down, so it will be more clear. Okay, so it's up to you. One more thing is that I really liked about this is that you can create jewelries, you know, with the micropoly. Let me give you an example here. Let me go back to her. Okay, oops, and just create something here like a choker, but I prefer to do one thing here. Remove the geometry at the dynamic subdivision level here. This is already there. So 5 is enough. My computer can handle 5. So did this one, but what I will do is that I think the subdivision level is too high. So let me find the good one. Maybe subdivision level 3 is good enough here. Now I will go to my subtools, geometry, and extract. So I think I will give a little bit more thickness here. Okay, this is fine. I will accept. But as you know, the size looks a little weird. So I will go to the deformation. Already there is a mask on this area, but unmasked area, what I will do, I will polish it by features. It will get a little bit smoother. Also, I will give a little polish here. Or let's see, polish crisp edges and polish by features a little bit more. Keep on increasing it till I get nice result which I'm looking for. Now I think this is better. And if I will do polish by feature on the whole thing, or in the polish on the whole thing, I think polish by the feature. Then polish crisp edges a little bit. Okay, so looks decent now. Now if I will go to my geometry here, turn on the dynamics, okay, and turn on the poly, micropoly on, and I can choose anything from here or the one that I created. For example, I have this loops. If I will click on the loops, so you can see that it has created the loops here inside the uh, my object here. Okay, so if I will go to the reconstruct subdivision to reduce my subdivision, then you can do it. But the size is, you know, it's too like, you know, my subdivision is too high. That's why it's giving me this. But you can make the bigger one here. You will get the bigger result. Okay, like chain twist. If I will do here, you can see this kind of result here. And so as this is micro poly, so that's why we're having a micro items over here. Okay, so you can create a lot of different things like a jewelry or cloth items. Okay, so try most of the like try these, okay, and see how you can get these. Okay, and if I press control here and choose any one of these, like suppose this one, so you will get this sort of result here. Okay, if I zoom in, so you can see there are stars all over there. So if I will decrease the smooth subdivision here, so you will get it will become more little bigger. Now if I click here, now I think it should work to show you around. You can see that, and I can reduce the size. If I think it's better not to reduce the size. And if you want, if you don't want to make it fit, you can just don't make it fit or keep it fit, up to you. And these kind of results you will get with the help of this. Okay, and you can create your own jewelry just like that. So if I will go here, change the material to gold or something here. Okay, and mRGB color fill object. Okay, and herself, I want something else, maybe polyskin. And this one maybe we can get gold color as well. Okay, so in the shirt also I'll try to do one thing, reduce this smooth. Oops. So you can get something like this. Okay, so you can see that how we have, oh, look at her teeth. It's fine for now, but you got the idea. Like, you know, you can create jewelry pieces, shirt pieces, and so many things you can do with this, with the help of this. So Micropoly works pretty good. Okay, and with the one that you have created, just you have to take care, like good about your segment sizes here, because you know it's all depend on uh, each and tiny micro, you can say, polygons over here, and creates things on that. So you have to take care of that when you're doing this. So guys, if you have enjoyed my video, if you liked it, please click on the like button. And I will be uploading new lessons, tutorials, live sessions, and full courses along with other useful videos. So don't forget to click on the bell icon so you can get all the notifications. I will highly appreciate if you will give a shout out to my channel on your social media account, which will help you to, which will help me to get more subscriber, and this will motivate me to create more content for you all. So guys, thanks a lot for your support, and please continue supporting me, and take care of yourself till we meet for the next lesson.